Joe Coffey here for PremierGuitar.com. We're looking at a new distortion pedal from TC Electronic. Tell me about this.
Yeah, this is a Nova Drive that we're introducing here at the show. Nova Drive is a dual drive circuit pedal, so it's an overdrive and a distortion section in the same pedal. And if for the guys that are familiar with Nova system, it's basically a slightly improved version of what's in the Nova system. So those two drive circuits in there. Now, what's really cool about this is that it's a completely analog pedal, true bypass and everything. But it's
crazy. You don't look at it and think analog, but it's completely analog.
Yeah, it's all the signal processing is completely analog, but it's digitally controlled, which is why it has a slightly different appearance. So everything you see here can be controlled and stored and everything. So that allows us to feature 18 presets where you can do any kind of setup, any combination of the two drive sections here. Also, a very cool feature here is the routing button that allows you to determine the order of the two pedals. So you decide whether you want the distortion before the overdrive or the overdrive before the distortion, or you could even put them in parallel if you wanted to. You know, pretty much giving you the same thing that you would have with two different amps with one cranked a little higher than the other or whatever. So very, very cool thing. Now, because it's digitally controlled, we can also add a small, well, we have added a small MIDI controller that allows you to remote control any parameter from your MIDI board or your switching setup. So the true bypass can be MIDI controlled, the preset recall, but also any of these parameters. So you could basically have an expression pedal controlling the gain of your overdrive if you wanted that out of your switching system. So for guys that are using switching systems and MIDI boards and stuff like that, there's a lot of control that can be done with that. Extra cool feature for the G System players is the fact that if you hook Nova Drive up to G System via MIDI, the G System will actually know the Nova Drive, so all the parameters will appear inside the G System menu system, so you can control and edit your whole sound, store presets, and control everything from the G System work surface. So those two are, a match made in heaven, basically.
That's cool. So how much and when does it come out?
It's $249 and it's available in April.
Cool. And where can people go online to find out more?
TCElectronic.com.
All right. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. I'm Joe Coffey. You're watching PremierGuitar.com.